Well, you're getting some like serious behind the scenes right here. Right now, what we're doing, for those of you that are new, my name is Rachel Luna. Hi, from RachelLuna.biz, and I'm a best-selling author, speaker, and the founder of the Confident Entrepreneur Academy, which is coming up very, very soon. And what Ari and I are doing right now, tell them what we're doing. Tell them what we're doing.
We're planning her launch and then doing the numbers to see what we need for the launch and create our budget and everything. So we're crunching numbers right now.
We are crunching numbers. Tell them what we've come up with.
Okay, so for an untested offer to basically cold traffic, I like to be extremely conservative with projections. I don't even like projections. It's not real till it happens. But you have to have a starting point. You have to have a goal. So we have a set revenue goal, and then we're trying to figure out, or we figured out how many buyers that would be. And now based upon our buyers goal, let's say we want to have 30 buyers. That means that we need to figure out how many people we need to attend the actual webinar, and then how many people need to sign up and register for the webinar.
Let me interrupt you there 1 second. The part that I want you guys to also see is that part of our strategy in filling up the launch is, number one, we're going to use Facebook ads, right, to drive traffic. And then we're going to use webinars as a strategy. Oh, thank you, Pauline, for getting my book from Amazon. I appreciate that. So what we're doing right now is we're going to use webinars for this particular launch, and that it's going to be webinars and emails, and that's what we're going to use to promote. So Ari's crunching some numbers over there, and what we got. What are the numbers looking like to get, and this is to get 30 sales.
Right. So to get 30 sales, we need 600 people to attend the webinar.
To attend the webinar live?
Yes. And that's assuming that we have a 5% conversion rate. So hopefully, and by conversion rate, I mean people who attend, who then purchase. So that's at 5%. That's being really conservative. And again, I'd rather, be more conservative than shoot for the stars and say, hey, we're going to get 50%. We don't know yet. We don't know.
No, we don't. So, although I will say that I have never had 600 people on a webinar before. Just keeping it real with you folks. I've never had, but I have tracked a 10% conversion rate. So that, my conversion rate is pretty good in terms of once I get people on, but where I think we really need to get really strategic is on how to get these 600 people to attend live. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen. Track from the get-go. And these are some of the lessons that I've learned along the way, where before I was never a numbers girl. I've always hated numbers. I'm a creative thinker. So all my creative thinkers in the house, go ahead and tap that screen and let me know that you feel my pain. And so it really hasn't been until this last year that I started tracking. So I know that when people see and experience me live, my conversion rate is high, but I've never really paid attention to how many people are showing up. And as you can see, this is biting me in the butt right now when we try to make that launch. So it's going to be interesting. And the fun thing I think about this entire experience is that we are documenting every single step of this process, the entire launch, A to Z, and it's going to be a bonus for our peeps for the Academy. You lucky son of a guns. All right, so next step in the strategy is going to be to brainstorm and master plan how to get 600 live. But wait a second. So if we need 600 live, that means we need like 3,000 people to register, right?
Right. So about 10% of registrants on the low side should attend, and that's on the low side. We're always hoping for more. So if we're converting at 5% from attendees to buyers, you need 6,000 registrants. Oh. If we're converting from 300 attendees at 5%, you need 3,000 registrants. And right. So this is where your budgeting for ads comes in.
Yes. Okay, so I am thinking, oh, thank you, write a check. The number in my heart is $5,000 for Facebook ads is what feels like we should do. Oh, Paulina has poor connection. I appreciate you guys too. If you know me, you know that's my humor is to always be like, praise me, praise me. But I really do appreciate you guys. But I feel like, can we do two cost estimates, one with 2,500 and one with 5,000?
Yes. So the people I know who are running Facebook ads, for a cold untested offer, they say to budget between $5 to $8 per lead. That's for an opt-in, right? So I mean, that's also on the way higher end. You can always get lower, but that's be down to earth and realistic and conservative.
Really? But wait a second. Hold on now, because I have been running Facebook ads for probably 6 months now. And my conversion for fresh leads is great. Like, I'm converting at $1.50. I've had penny conversions. Like, I've never paid more than there was one time when I paid $17 for conversion because I wasn't paying attention to the ad. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, ah! So, but for the most part, like, I'm good.
So was that cost per opt-in or cost per buyer? Because you also have to.
That was cost per opt-in.
Yeah, okay. When you do your metrics at the end, we'll look at, okay, so what did it actually cost to actually get a buyer from Facebook ads all the way through? So, and that's more advice for, like, if you haven't done a launch before and you're just starting off, to budget at between 5 and 8 to start. And then once you get familiar with the ads and the audience and the running and everything, of course that decreases.
So we're talking, when we say this $5 to $8, we're talking $5 to $8 per sale or per lead?
No, opt-in. And again, that's, it's the average. Not everybody runs on the average. It's just something that, like, I've seen recently, and I've, talked to a couple people. It's different for everybody. So, and if you're getting $1.50 per email opt-in, that's obviously very, very good. So I'll do a couple projections real quick with the $5,000 budget.
All right. Well,
so
go ahead.
If we have $8 per lead, that's 625 registrants. And then if we have $1.50, that puts us at 3,333 for a 5K budget.
So 3,000. What we say now? 3,000 what now?
3,333.
All right. That's
now for $2,500 budget, we have $8 per opt-in. That's 312 people. And then at $1.50 per opt-in, that's 1,666 people.
Well, it feels like we might as well just go all in and do the 33. We're not that far off to get the numbers that we need.
Yeah.
All right, decision made. Okay.
But I mean, it's good to just know the numbers and see it and know what to expect.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The cost of doing business. It ain't cheap. And this is actually a cheap budget. Like, I have friends that are like $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 easily. Like Kimla, I think on her last launch, she spent $20,000 on Facebook ads. But then from that, she made like $700,000. So it pays. It pays. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful for you. And we're going to get back to work. I will talk to you guys later. Peace. If you have questions or you want to ask me anything and you can't, then do me a favor and just send me an email at rachel@rachelluna.biz and we will get those questions answered for you. Bye.